I'd rather live in delusion and be like, I can't wait for the day that I get $1 billion. Alright guys, so welcome back to my channel. I wanted to go ahead and, you know, do a little get ready with me situation. But also I want to go ahead and share with you guys 10 things I feel like have really given me a glow up when it comes to like the way I feel, the way I look. Just like everything. I feel so good, you guys. Like I'm so happy right now with life, and I feel like these 10 things, if you go ahead and apply it to your life, to yourself, it's gonna make a big difference as well. So yeah, just go ahead and get ready with me. Let's chit chat, talk about, you know, what I've been doing, and just let me know your thoughts down below as well. Okay, so like always, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Okay, don't forget. And let's get into the video so y'all can see, you know, how I got this look. Really simple, perfect for the springtime, and then also how to, you know, get that major glow up, all right, for 2024. So you guys, this video is just so exciting to me because literally when I tell you guys, like mentally, physically, spiritually, everything, like I have been on another level, and I feel like, you know, I could just tell, right? So I was like, okay, well, I get ready today because I have to create content for some brands and things like that. I just want to chat with you guys like the 10 things I have done to really, you know, improve my life. So we're gonna start with primer first. Actually, this is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Hydrating Primer. I've been loving this. If you're oily like me, you shouldn't be using this, but I just like the way it makes my skin look, so we're gonna do it. So the first thing is waking up at 6 a.m. Now I'm not gonna lie to you guys, ever since this time change, baby, it has been rough, like literally so rough, to a point I'm like, okay, like it's been like 6:30, 7 o'clock, right? But usually when everything was normal, I would wake up at 6 a.m. because it is quiet. It is quiet. There's no distractions. You don't have to sit there and like answer texts or call people. Like everybody at that time should be like, you know, sleeping or getting their day started. So ever since I started waking up at 6 a.m., I have just had so much more time to really, you know, spend time with God, to go to the gym, to have my quiet time. Like I used to wake up chaotic, y'all. Like literally wake up on go, like let's go, skip the gym, barely eat, jump right into work and all of that. But waking up early, I'm telling you guys, everybody talks about it all the time, but it really makes a difference. My goal is to get to 5 a.m. That is honestly my true goal, because 5, I will be unstoppable, all right? But the only thing is, like I will say about waking up early is that you do get sleepy like really early, you guys. Like by 9 o'clock it is time to go to bed. But with the amount of work I'm getting done and just things that I'm doing for myself just by waking up early, it is so worth it. So for sunscreen, we're gonna use the Exuviance Oily Acne Prone Daily Corrector with sunscreen. This has SPF 35 in it, so I'm going to apply this. Clearly we're going for a very glowy look today, but I don't have like any event or anything. I'm just staying home, so this is totally fine. But the second thing I do have on my list is spending time with God. Literally, you guys, like there's so many things that has happened to me the past couple of months that very few people know, because I'm just very like, I'm the type of person, like if I'm going through something, I just want to keep it to myself and handle it myself. But these were things that like, y'all, like I was going through it, okay? So this is the Fenty Beauty We're Even Hydrated Longwear Concealer in the shade 445N. I've been loving this for like my no makeup looks. But yeah, so I have been going through things, you guys, and these situations literally forced me to get closer to God. Like I had no choice. Like I've always been like talking to God, but I mean on a different level, like writing my thoughts, praying, and not trying to like rush my prayer, like sitting there really praying and talking to God and like reading my Bible, things like that. Literally ever since I've started doing that, you guys, I have just seen God just like blessing me. And I'm not saying, oh, you reading your Bible and you doing all this stuff, you're just gonna get blessings right away. No, because when I tell you it took a long time, okay, because God is like an on-time God. Like he's gonna do it on his time, when it's right and when it makes sense. And there were certain things I was praying for and I was like, God, like, okay, you don't hear me, or like what is going on? So just spending time with God in the mornings, I've really learned to calm my mind, stop overdoing things, stop stressing, stop worrying. I literally put everything in his hands because I've just realized with everything I've went through, I'm a strong person, y'all. Like, I am, but I'm not that strong, baby. I cry. I can't handle stress, and just knowing I can put it in his hands and he'll basically, you know, take care of it for me has changed the game for me. So y'all can kind of see that I just kind of put it everywhere like this. But this is such a good concealer, probably top 2, and it's number 2 just because y'all know I love my Pat McGrath, but this is really, really good. So let me get my Refi Duo brush to blend this out. But I've just been seeing the moment you spend time with God and you don't worry, like there's something big that happened to me this week. Like I woke up with a knot in my stomach. I was like, God, like, can I get a break? But literally I said, okay, you told me not to worry, because he cares for like the birds and like the animals and the plants, and they don't worry because they know that, you know, they're going to be provided the things that they need. So why am I worrying? Literally, y'all, I told myself that. So I'm just going to go about my day. Just, you know, Y'all, tell me why the thing I was literally praying for, and this is not something that like can just happen. Y'all, it came right on time. I said, okay, God. I literally pulled over as I was driving, and I just started crying because I'm just like, God, like, you really came through for me. So I'm just telling you guys, like, I don't know if you guys believe in God. If you don't, it's totally fine. I'm not peer pressuring you, but these are just things that like have been helping me, and God is just like, he is my person right now. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is consistently going to the gym and being mindful of what I put into my body. Y'all, me and the gym used to not be friends. Like, literally, I hated going to the gym. I hated it. But last year, I got serious about losing weight. And I don't know if you guys knew, but I lost 30 pounds by my 30th birthday. And so when you start to see your body change, you're just like, okay, like maybe this thing is worth going to every single day, right? But I literally make sure I go to the gym like 4 times out of the week, spend an hour and a half sometimes, depending if I get up really early. And that's why I like waking up early, that way I can go to the gym and not make excuses. But the gym is just such a nice stress reliever. It's time for me just to like kind of wind down a little bit, because especially if I'm on the treadmill, like warming up, things like that, I just go through like my email notifications, go through and respond to certain things. Like, it's kind of like helping me get my life together in a way. And then also just like my body, I just feel so much more confident, you guys. Like, when you go to the gym, you're gonna feel better about yourself. You're just gonna hold yourself a little bit higher, okay? And when you look good, you feel good. It's a real saying. It is a real saying, all right? So definitely the gym is like my number one most important thing right now. Like, and then also the gym doesn't have to be boring. I like to make it fun. So essentially, I will do like my hip hop classes, or I'll go to Pilates, or join like fun events, you know, around where I live that work out together. Whatever it is, like, make it fun. I think that's why people don't go to the gym, because it is so like, ugh, I have to wake up and I have to drive somewhere, but it is worth it once you get there. And the second thing I will say is also be mindful of what you put into your body. Like, I am kind of like, I'm not really that strict where like I'm on a crazy diet. I don't believe in diets. It just doesn't work for me. So for me, for example, I just don't eat like junk food throughout the week for the most part. I try to save it for the weekend. Like the donuts, the cakes, all of that is like my treat for the weekend. Eating bad is like the treat for the weekend. And it's not meaning like I binge once the weekend comes, not that at all, but more so like, you know, a little treat for myself. And then throughout the week, I make sure like I'm eating my veggies and my fruits and getting my probiotics, all of that good stuff. So be mindful of what you eat, you guys. It's gonna make you glow up naturally. Like, I literally feel like at 30, this is the best I've ever looked and felt, in my opinion. Okay, so I'm gonna use the NARS Laguna bronzer in the shade number 4. I'm just gonna take this on a brush. So the next thing that's helped me glow up, you guys, honestly, it's planning out my weeks and like my whole calendar, because I am telling you guys, I used to just like go off of like what I remembered. You know what I mean? It's coming up, and I feel like that just like doesn't allow for you to really prepare your days and plan accordingly. Like for me, I value sleep, I value waking up early, and you can't live a chaotic life if that's what you want. Like you have to plan your life correctly. So I make sure I schedule like me days, or days where I just do absolutely nothing, or days where I can travel, or days I can spend time with friends. Like I make sure I plan these things, because like as you get older, life just gets a little bit more chaotic, and to live your best possible life, you have to make sure that you're spending time with the people that you love, right? You're making sure that you take care of yourself. You're not always working and being burnt out. You know, I schedule everything. I schedule calls with friends. I schedule everything, you guys. And it's really helped me just become a little bit more efficient. Because people are always like, Chichi, you're really good at checking in. I'm like, kind of, but not really. I just put it on my calendar. That way, like if I'm thinking about somebody, I'll put it on my calendar to go ahead and give them a call and just check in and see how they're doing. But that has been really great for me, you guys. Like, I just feel so productive. I get a lot more done. And yeah, I'm just like, I just feel good. Y'all see how just like glowy I look right now? I love this look. Like I really love this look. I wish it was practical for me, because y'all know I'm oily, so I can't just walk out there like this. But yeah, I really like the way this looks so far. Now I do have on here one thing for me personally that's helped me like really glow up is intentionally working on anxiety and negative thoughts. I think I kind of mentioned that a little bit earlier, but really being intentional about it. I feel like with social media and just like, you know, where we want to be in life and sometimes not being there, or just seeing like people get certain things, your brain just starts to going. And I have never been a jealous person in my life, or you know, anything like that. But I think it's just like with life, sometimes you're just like, okay, like I should be here, I should be doing this, like I should be getting that, you know, whatever it is, or why is life so hard, like da 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 da, like all these negative thoughts that we have. I am working on just being so appreciative of the place that I'm in currently. I think sometimes with us, we forget how we've prayed for certain things and we're living those certain things. Like it is so crazy. I will meet somebody and they're always like, oh my gosh, Chichi, like you're doing so great. And I'm like, really? Because I am so hard on myself for absolutely no reason. But I think it's just like working on ourselves and just being positive. Like any negative thoughts that we have, combating them. Like worrying and negative thoughts aren't gonna do anything for your life. Like it does nothing for you. I'd rather live in delusion and be like, I can't wait for the day that I get $1 billion, or I can't wait for the day this happens to me. I'd rather live in delusion, because my mom always says this, at least you're smiling, at least you're happy, like you just feel better. Me sitting here worrying, thinking about negative thoughts, I'm sad. I want to just get a bunch of donuts and pizzas and just stay inside and cry and watch movies all day. Like it does nothing for you. So I'd rather go the delusion route and just manifest and just really believe certain things for myself than sit here like, why me? Why me? And we're going to have those days like, why me? Because I have those often. But just making sure you're being intentional and combating those thoughts will really go a long way. So number 6 for me, you guys, I literally stopped being a people pleaser. Whoo, baby, let me tell you, if you're a people pleaser, and I mean a true people pleaser, you know, it's just weird. It's a very weird feeling. And like you kind of notice people's like energy shift a little bit, like, dang, like she usually always says yes, now she's saying no. Or like, it's just like, how do I say this? I'm just putting myself first a little bit more these days. And there's nothing wrong with that, because I used to feel guilty because like when I say no to people, like I could just tell like they're sad or upset. And I'm not saying I'm out here saying no all the time, but it's just like some days I'm like, you know, I just don't want to do that. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And despite me feeling the energy shift or them being sad, whatever it is, it's not that I don't care. I peep it, but I'm not gonna overdo my part anymore. Because like the old me would sit there and be like, oh my god, like just this is the reason why I'm doing this, like da 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 da, and like make sure like I overcompensate. But I just like say no. I'm like, yeah, I'm really sorry about that, and I just go about my day. And you know what's crazy? I always thought like if you say no to people or don't go out your way for people all the time, like they'll hate you. They still come back. They're still my friends. And if they do leave because you're not saying yes to them all the time, that's not your real friend anyways, right? But yeah, I just stopped doing that. I stopped doing that for family, for friends, for everybody. Like if it's too much on me, I'm just not gonna do it. And it's okay, because now I'm happier, I'm at peace, and I'm not like having to overdo my part anymore. And it's so like, it feels so good, y'all. So number 7 that we have on here is I literally make sure I have a self-care day. And usually it's between Friday or Monday, because Monday is like, bro, it's already Monday, like come on. So I like to slow down my Mondays, but Fridays usually, you guys, like I don't go out. Like I stay inside after work, I relax, like I watch movies. Like I'm such a movie person. Like every Friday it's like a movie day for me. Literally, I just slow down my life. Like I have to, like, and that doesn't have to be anything crazy. Like you don't have to go outside and spend a bag or travel to have self-care days. Like literally it's little things like turning off your phone and just being in the moment, or saying I'm not gonna go out, I'm just gonna relax, or doing your skincare and like doing your mask, your under eye mask, like anything you could think of is self-care days. But making sure you have that and really like be like serious about it, because people can call me on those days. 9 times out of 10 I'm not gonna go out. So like for me, for example, you guys, like I can't be around people too much like consistently. I have to pull back sometimes, just so I can recharge and get back to myself. Because when I go out, you guys, I literally like want to make sure everybody's good, everybody's having a good time. Like I'm always checking in on people, so it takes a lot out of you. But once I'm home, I can recharge, get back to myself, and then go back out again. Okay, but y'all get it. If you guys get it, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, let's move on to bronzer. I really want to bronze my skin today. I'm gonna use the Morphe Phenom bronzer. So number 8 on my list, you guys, is pretty much creating a remote / flexible work environment for me. One thing about me, baby, I can't go to an office. I used to work a corporate job, y'all, and it's the way it stressed me out. I can't even believe that was my life at one point. Like I will never go into an office, okay, unless like, you know, my brand gets really, really big and we open an office. That is the only time, baby. Okay, me, I've created a life for me where it is super flexible. Everything I do is online, like YouTube videos, I can do that on the road. My brand, I can do that on the road. If I need someone to ship orders, I have somebody local that can go ahead and do that for me. My current job as a social media coordinator, it is remote. Like I make sure I created that environment for me. Some people do need to go into the office and be around people. I get it. But I noticed the biggest glow up happened for me when I removed myself from that environment of having to drive 40 minutes to an office, be there all day, waste my time, and then come back home. Like offices, honestly, you guys, like you're not really working those 8 hours. Like at home, I don't even have like a 9 to 5. Like even my job that I have is so flexible. I just have to create content. Like what? I can't make this up. Like I literally feel like I am living the dream right now. But that is the biggest glow up for me, because it allows for me to spend time with my family and my friends. It allows for me to travel. It allows for me to do tasks around my house, you know, during like my downtimes while I'm working. So it's just such a great environment, and honestly, I am truly blessed. And you can make that life happen for you. I didn't think it was possible to create something like this for me. I always thought like, you know, you just gotta go to the office and like just live the life that our parents lived, and we don't. Like, we're so blessed, this generation, to find means online. Like, the fact that people can make money from their phone just from creating content is insane. And really utilize that as much as possible. Create many streams of income for yourself. Find different ways that you can generate income. Like, I'm so big on that. And yeah, if you guys ever want me to talk about something like that, let me know. I'm happy to do that. But yeah, create the life that you want. It is so possible. And I feel like that is honestly what caused like my biggest glow up for me. So I kind of want to do like an orange look. I feel like with this top and just the way I'm looking, I feel like orange is the way to go. So I'm going to use a Rare Beauty Love Blush. So number 9 on my list is a social media fast. Now, some people can go like a month without it, or weeks. I can't. Everything I do is on social media. But what I've been doing lately is I pick a day out of the week where I just don't go on there. It is very overwhelming sometimes, just like scrolling or having to respond to comments or a lot of DMs, or always having to feel like you have to post, you know what I mean? Having a day out of the week where I'm like, okay, I can just focus on the things I need to do and not scroll on my phone is such a great feeling. Actually, today, the day that I'm filming right now, is my social media fast, and it allows for me to like be just a little bit more productive as well, because every time I'm like, oh, I'm bored, I can't pick up my phone and just scroll. So it allows for me to like force myself to do something, whether it's like work or, you know, still create content for my brand. Like, I can post on my socials because this is my job, but I'm not scrolling on my feed. So it just allows for me to be a little bit more productive than I usually am, and it just helps to clear your mind as well. Like, I really recommend it. Just take a day out of the week and just say like, I'm not gonna open my phone, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z, and I'm telling you, you're gonna be the most productive you've ever been. Swear by it. So I'm actually not going to apply any highlighter today, just because I feel like I'm already super glowy. It's just not needed. All right, but last thing I do have on my list, and this is like in no particular order, you guys, it's just 10 things that's really helped me, is surrounding myself with like-minded people. Where I live, I always thought, like, I don't know why I thought this, but I felt like there was nobody that understood me when it came to like social media, having to create content and being busy and being an entrepreneur. I just, like, my friends, a lot of my friends are not in this field, so a lot of people just don't understand the like me having to film, or like some people just don't get it sometimes. It's fine. But I made it a priority last year to go outside my comfort zone and start attending events in, you know, my area. And I have literally met so many entrepreneurs, so many social media content creators, so many YouTubers, so many people within my area, and it has been the biggest blessing, surrounding myself with people that are just like me. Like, they get it, and they can plug you in ways that you can't even think of. Like, I literally have people that, like, they're out and about, and if somebody mentions like beauty, they're like, oh, you need to meet CHICHI, she has her own brand, she does this. Like, they will plug you, and you start like attending even more events and just meeting more people that can pour into you. Like, I can't even tell you guys the amount of blessings that have came just from those like events. People are reaching out to me to model, to do certain things for them. Like, it has been such a blessing to really just meet people in my area, because I always thought, y'all, that I had to go to like LA or Atlanta or somewhere that's popping to meet people that are like me, and it's not true. There's somebody within your area that you can meet, and I'm telling you, like, when you meet these people, you're like, wow, where have you been all my life? So I went ahead and lined my lips with the Beauty by CHICHI Allure lip liner from my brand, of course. And then I'm gonna use the Mere Beauty lip oil in the shade Cara Cara, which is like an orangey gloss, like ugh, so good. All right, you guys, so this is the look. All right, it's very simple, very glowy, perfect for the springtime and the summertime. But these were 10 things that have really just made me feel like I've had a glow up. I feel different, I look different, and I'm just so happy currently right now with life and everything like that. And I want the same thing for you guys as well. So go ahead and apply these things, and all the products, everything I list will be down below for you guys as well. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next one.